Welcome, fellow masters. I hope everyone is well and enjoying this little break after the Oniland rerun. So in a bit of a surprise, NA will be getting a Craft Essence Recollection campaign to start Sunday, October 10th at 2100 hours PDT. I say it's a bit of a surprise since the JP equivalent occurred back in late August when it ran in 2019. So I suppose with the schedule reshuffle, it ended up getting pushed to now for NA. Now this campaign does have 2 pickup summon banners, but instead of servants on rate up, this time it is strictly a select number of limited craft essences. Now typically, these types of banners can be considered as bait. And with Space Ishtar just around the corner, most should probably steer clear of rolling on this banner that simply offers summoning previous event CEs. This is especially so if you're free to play. But is it really that simple? You see, there are 2 CEs on these banners in particular that may be of interest to many players that don't have them. The 5-star Gouda Gouda Poster Girl and the 4-star Outrage. For those unfamiliar, these 2 craft essences have the Taunt effect on it. This allows you to effectively provide a specific servant, who normally has no such type of skill, to taunt the enemy for a set duration. Utilizing these Taunt CEs can open up various strategies when tackling challenge content. Mostly, it allows a player to direct enemies' attention to a specific servant, usually a support unit, which provides 2 benefits. It protects the main DPS from damage, and secondly, it can cycle the support servant out of the front line by way of their defeat, allowing a new servant with fresh skills to take their place. Seasoned FGO players are probably familiar with the most powerful of these Taunt CEs, the 5-star Gouda Gouda Poster Girl Craft Essence, which provides a taunt for 3 turns. Having the taunt effect over multiple turns can provide greater flexibility with one strategy, and sometimes the support servant you want to remove just doesn't die in 1 turn. Poster Girl also provides another effect of increasing the servant's attack by 60%, 80% if max limit broken. While most of the time the taunt effect is most desired, there are occasions when Poster Girl can be used more for its attack increase. The 4-star Outrage, on the other hand, only provides a 1-turn taunt effect. There will be times when the support servant equipped will not die in that 1 turn, but for the most part, Outrage can accomplish the same result as Poster Girl within the taunting servant removal strategy. There's also the added benefit of having a lower cost in your team lineup than the 5-star Poster Girl. So I'm sure many have seen examples of these 2 CEs in action on the multitude of FGO Challenge Quest videos available. It's not an understatement that having even one of these Taunt CEs can really help with FGO's high difficulty content. Thus, if you're like me and missed out on the last time either of these CEs were on rate up, then you may be tempted to roll for either of them. However, I offer an alternative, a way to obtain the Outrage CE specifically without the need to roll the dice on the gacha. Coincidentally, I had planned to make this video shortly after the Oniland rerun, before the announcement of the CE Recollections campaign. My reasoning for waiting until the rerun finished was because for many that have been playing for just over a year, Oniland's rerun would have most likely have provided several rare prisms. And if you're a player that fits within that year-long time frame, then like me, you would not have had an opportunity to roll for either the Poster Girl or Outrage CE yet. So instead of using SQ to try and obtain a Taunt CE, the alternative would be to use a few of those rare prisms you may have obtained from the Oniland rerun. To be exact, it will cost 3 rare prisms. So to obtain Outrage, go to the Da Vinci Workshop and then to the Exchange Rare Prisms. Scroll down until you find the CBC 2019 Limited Time Craft Essence Exchange Shop. And then tap and confirm the exchange for 3 rare prisms. A special exchange ticket will be sent to your present box, and once you claim it, proceed to the exchange event items in the DaVinci shop. Within, you'll see a one-time exchange for the Chaldea Boys collection. Go in there, and then scroll down until you find the Outrage CE. Confirm your choice, and the CE will be sent to your present box, where you can then claim it. Note, this whole process can only be done once. And voila! Your very own Outrage Taunt CE, ready to help you conquer the next challenge quest. For newer players, I imagine having 3 rare prisms is probably out of the question at the moment. And spending precious SQ on these CE Recollection banners is probably equally not possible. If obtaining an CE like Outrage is something you're interested in but don't have the necessary amount of rare prisms, then there will be a chance in the relative near future. And fortunately, the CBC 2019 CE Exchange Shop has no time limit. So when January comes around, all players will be able to obtain up to 4 rare prisms. 1 from the New Year's special login campaign, and then 3 more from the Amazonist.com event when you defeat the final raid boss. So you have the rare prisms available, or even spare SQ to roll on the banners. Are these CEs worth it? Regarding the rare prisms, there are a number of other items in the RP shop that should be seriously considered if not already obtained. Things like the Mystic Code Anniversary Blonde, or CEs like the Mona Lisa can be valued greater than something like the Outrage CE. It just depends on your account and what is currently needed. For my alternate account, I decided having Outrage is worth the 3 rare prisms for how I intend to use the account to support my main. Many will probably feel differently, especially since rare prisms are, well, rare. As for the Craft Essence Recollections banner, I would say these CEs are not worth jeopardizing one's SQ savings over. To me, Space Ishtar, or Super Orion, or whomever else you have your eye on, will provide greater value if you have to choose. Poster Girl or Outrage are not actually necessary to progress through and enjoy FGO. They merely provide options on team strategies, and admittedly, I think they're fun to use. On my main, I used my rare prisms to get Outrage, and have used it many times to good effect, as shown on a number of my gameplay videos. Poster Girl is something I've coveted for a long while, so this opportunity to roll for it will be something I'll take advantage of. For my free-to-play alt account, as you've just seen, I used the rare prisms I got from the Onlyland rerun to obtain Outrage. For my alt, no SQ can be spared for these banners. Those are for Scotty. So I figured I would at least share this alternate method of getting a Taunt CE for those that have been wanting one but just can't spare any SQ on these banners. Ultimately, I think options are always good to have. But if you're like me, and you like to play around with team strategies, then these CEs are worth considering. So hopefully, this information was helpful in some way. Please hit that like button if you think so. I'd really appreciate it. And consider subscribing for more FGO content if you haven't already done so. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.